Hi, guys, and welcome to Out of Spite, a storytelling series from Surviving Out of Spite. Each story that we'll tell here is a window into life with chronic illness, the challenges, the turning points, the moments that redefine what strength really looks like. I want to start with not quite a story, and it's just me today, but it's not my story. I wanted to share a little bit about the founder of G-PACT, Carissa Haston. Um, Carissa founded G-PACT 25 years ago. This is her 25th year. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. G-PACT wouldn't be here. And she truly changed so many lives, mine included. For those of you that might be new here to G-PACT and don't know most of the story, unfortunately, Carissa passed away 3 years ago, today, actually, which is why I wanted to share a little bit about her today, what G-PACT has become because of the vision that she saw and the need that she saw for this community. Back when the idea of G-PACT was born was before we had the support groups that we have now, before we had social media, where finding other people who were like you was very difficult. Started in like Yahoo forums and chat groups and different chat boards when the internet was like kind of just becoming a thing. Otherwise, it was really difficult to get connected with other rare disease patients and people like us. And, when I first got diagnosed, GPACT was where I came for help and support. And I am glad that I get to be part of that for somebody else, who's been newly diagnosed, or maybe you're just looking for some support, even if you're not newly diagnosed. Um, she was a force to be reckoned with, and her stubbornness, in a good way, kept her here with us for much longer than, it was believed that she would be here. And I was lucky enough to be able to call her my friend, and I wouldn't be here sitting in this proverbial seat if it wasn't for her trust in me and everything that I learned from her. Um, I couple weeks ago, I was having a moment, and I was going through some paperwork that needed to be re-gone through and reorganized as I was going through some stuff. And a lot of it, after her passing, her parents had sent me, just some old files and things that they were still in possession of. And a lot of it was different things that Carissa had written over the years and different articles and stories and things about her. And as I was going through all of that paperwork, something fell in my lap. And I looked down, and it was an old ID with Carissa's picture on it, just staring right up at me. And I just looked at it and thought, like, okay, I hear you. Like, speaking to me from the beyond, and in that moment of just really with myself, I was reminded why we do this and why this is here and why the movement, the awareness, the advocacy for gastroparesis patients and, dysmotility patients is so incredibly important. And what she started is something that no one else had done. And it was her tenacity and the tenacity of others who joined in along the way that has helped, me and our current team become the GPACs that you see before you today. And she really made such an impact on this world. And I'm so sad that all of our new people won't get to know her the way that I did, but she was really an amazing person. And I wish that I had more years with her in my life, but I'm really grateful to what I did have and what I was able to learn from her. And really what I take away from her legacy and hoping to do it justice as, my time here with GPACT continues is really, as cheesy as it sounds, is to just never give up. She went through hell and back over and over and over again. And she could be having one of the worst days ever. And she'd be like, "So how are you today? Can I do anything for you?" She just was such an amazing person. And, I just hope that we can continue to keep her legacy alive and do her memory, justice and honor her in every step that we take going forward, whether that's in advocacy and support groups, education, or continued awareness, because y'all know we need it. We've been a forgotten group for so long, and it's just really important that we continue forward. And as long as I'm here, as long as this mission is still standing and we're all together, that will never change. I want to leave you with something. Carissa used to post on Facebook and in different places things that she called her Carissa-isms. And this one specifically talks about her faith and when times got hard and she was struggling, something that she leaned into. So I'd like to share that today. Though the end of the journey seems so far away and I feel like I'm not making any progress, God lets me know that He is aware of my thoughts and feelings. I am so weary, but He hasn't lost sight of me yet. He drops small answers to prayers along the journey to help me make it to the next step, and eventually, the end full of beautiful things and a completely fulfilling, unimaginable future. God never promised me an easy life. In fact, He promised all of His believers to expect trials because they grow my faith as I draw closer to Him and become who He wants me to become. Look at it this way. Whenever I feel like there's no way that I can journey on foot any longer, He sends me a boat to relieve my exhausted feet so I can cross the river. When my arms get too tired to row anymore, He sends me a log to float on. When I'm weary all over, He sends me an island for rest. If it's hot, He sends me a cave to get some shelter, and if it's cold, He sends me the sun. He will always provide for my needs until I've reached the destination He has planned for me. I may not know where I'm going, but He will tell me to follow Him, and I have nothing to worry about. He won't misguide me. His plans can't be undone. Nothing is a surprise to Him, and He has all the necessary tools to ensure my safety along the way or put me back on track if I wander off the right path. He never says, "Whoops," while I messed that one up. He is perfect and does not make mistakes. I should not fear, but instead have faith. It takes a lot of faith to follow someone I can't actually see in physical form, but I can always see how He works or is working. He has never failed me yet. The weaker I get physically, the stronger I become spiritually. He may not always answer prayers as I want Him to, but He always answers prayers in much better ways than I even considered. Why do I ever doubt? Time means nothing to Him. A long time for me is just a blink of an eye to Him. He is always working while preparing me for greater things, always. Even if I begin to feel like He doesn't understand the pain I have in my heart over so much physical loss, He knows. He sees my almost daily tears. He just sees them from a different perspective. There is nothing that brings me more peace than knowing I am not in control of anything, and the only one I truly trust to have control is holding me in His arms and walking with me. He has better things planned. Carissa-ism from 2021. Now, we all have different faiths, we all have different beliefs, but I wanted to share that because she was strong in her faith. And, when you have a hard life, sometimes leaning into that faith, whatever your faith may be, whether it's similar to Carissa's or something different, that can be very difficult. I wanted to leave you today with some of her words, some of her faith, and just to share a little bit about what made G-PACT come to be. And as we continue this new series, because I can't stop making series for us, is more stories, more triumphs, more struggles, and the authentic vulnerability that you get whenever you come see us at Surviving Out of Spite. So thank you for listening, and can't wait to share some more patient stories with you.